Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I am here doing a challenge for the Victoria Marie Facebook page. It's a hump day challenge, and it was to scrap lift a fellow scrapper. So I am scrapping that page there that was made by Kim Thomas. And I know Kim through some of the scrapbooking groups on Facebook, and she's also a subscriber of mine and comments quite often on my videos. So hi Kim! And so I loved her page because I loved the layout that she used on it. I loved that she had blocks of pattern papers along with some circular elements, and I also loved her her very neutral color palette. She used kind of blacks and grays and whites. I'm doing kind of the same thing, but I'm throwing in some yellows in there as well. So what I am doing here is I have that piece of paper for my background with the feathers, and that came from a Studio Calico paper pad from their Sundrifter collection. And I just pulled quite a few things here from my stash, a lot of scrap papers. I have a doily there, and then I have the half of the black patterned that kind of looks like a doily a little bit. It's like a flower. So I'm going to use that piece up. And then I have just a whole bunch of scraps here. A lot of them are from just my scraps. I don't even know where they're from. They were just in my my scrap bin that I have. So I'm kind of cutting them down and kind of laying them down how I think I want to use them. And yeah, and then I have some border strips here as well that I'm going to use. So I'm just kind of laying them down, trying to figure out how I'm going to place everything. So this picture is of my husband and I and some dear friends of ours who we met in California. And I wanted to scrap this picture because I had it printed out to a 5x7. I had it in a frame for a while. And I have since then changed out some of the pictures in our frames. So I had that one and thought I really wanted to get these people scrapbooked in our scrapbooks because they are really good friends, and they're just the kind of people that we're going to be friends with them for a very, very long time. Like I said, we lived with them in California, and that was, oh my gosh, that was 7 years ago now. We left California when Kaylin was 3 years old, or 3 months old. So, and actually that picture was taken at our farewell party, oh my gosh, I cannot talk, you guys. I've had 2 cups of coffee. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to talk right now. Our farewell party that some friends threw for us before we left. And I just had Kaylin. So she was still a baby in that picture. But yeah, so this was just taken, and I wanted to make sure I documented them. And they have actually left California since as well, and we're still keeping in touch with them. Josh talks to Zach a few times, actually, quite a few times on the phone, and I just know that they're people that we're going to keep in touch with for a long time. Okay, so laying down all my stuff here. I wanted to put that globe little piece of scrap paper up at the top because it kind of signifies just the distance and just the fact my journaling is going to be that we have met just some amazing people through the Air Force. And, you know, this couple is one example of that. So I wanted to put that on there just to kind of signify, you know, like we meet people from all over the world, and we're very lucky in that aspect. All right, so I am getting all my strips up here put down. I'm kind of just trying to see exactly what it is I want to use. Used up quite a few scraps in this one, so that made me happy. And that circle that I have up there on the bottom that looks like a flower, I don't remember. I think Lily B maybe has made that. And that was the last piece I had from a package that I bought from them a long time ago. So that was kind of cool to use that up. Okay, so I'm using these thickers, which are actually the same thickers I believe that Kim used as well. And they are called hardcover, and they're a black. And I didn't have an E, so I'm going to take an exclamation point and cut part of it off, and then when it's down, you can't even tell. I didn't have the N either, so I took a Z and flipped it on the side. So it is a little bit shorter than all the other letters, but that doesn't bother me. So I'm going to put my title up here in the same place that Kim did hers as well, and my title is going to be Amazing Friends. and I'm going to use these little Kelly Perky black letter stickers to spell out the word amazing. And then I'm going to put them up on the top there. I'm using up all my A's here too. I have no more black A's. I love those letter stickers. I use them on everything, on layouts, Project Life, like everything. So I'm also going to use this border strip down here. This is the one that actually came off the top of the paper. And I'm going to stick that down there, and then I'm going to use these fancy pants letters, and I'm going to spell out our last names. So it's going to say Swan and Fleming, and you know, obviously our last name is Swan and their last name is Fleming. So I'm going to do that and then put that along that border strip down on the bottom. Kim had some names listed on the left side of her picture, but I didn't quite have enough room for that, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on the bottom and then put my journaling on top. So I kind of flipped the subtitle and the journaling to where Kim had them, because she had them opposite of what I'm doing. So I just need a little bit more room for our last names. Gonna kind of fiddle with that and get it into a good space where I would like it. My main problem is with the paper pads, there was a hole punched out in the center of that branding strip there. So I wanted to kind of layer my sticker so that it kind of covered up that hole. You can't really see it on the camera because it is small, but it's there. So I wanted to make sure I covered it up. Okay, so this is another branding strip that I had pulled, and it has yellow arrows on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm cutting that into a little fishtail banner, and I'm going to have one arrow pointing from each side. So it's going to look like a piece of paper that like runs behind the picture, but they're going to be arrows pointing in the opposite directions, kind of bringing your attention to the picture. And the picture is a 5x7, but I cut it down a little bit just to kind of cut out a little bit of the black space on it. So I wanted to make sure I had enough room to do my embellishing and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get my title put up here. So I'm putting the amazing on that striped branding strip, and then the friends will go underneath along that flower there. And they are chipboard thicker, so I'm using my adhesive here to get those put down so they don't fall in my albums. And I really like the fact that, you know, I have a ton of friends that we could be scrapbooking for sure. And, you know, Josh and Zach worked on the same airplane when my husband was enlisted, and Zach was enlisted as well. And since then, Josh and Zach are both now officers, and just really making sure they keep up with each other on how everything is going. And we actually saw them when we lived in San Antonio. They were there for... Oh, Zach had something going on. I can't remember what it was, but he was there for something, and so actually maybe they were driving through. I can't remember. Something happened, and they came and stayed with us for a couple days, so that was nice. But yeah, we miss them a lot. They're great people. All right, so I got my subtitle down there. And there is a globe, there's two globes in here, but I'm going to use one of these globes here, and that kind of just echoes the map paper up at the top, just kind of signifying, you know, around the world type stuff, since we met in one place and now we're both in two different places. So I'm going to go ahead and get this little half circle chipboard piece. That was just sitting on my desk. I think that was from maybe an October afternoon chipboard sticker sheet or something. I don't even know how old that is, but I used it up. All right, so Kim had a wood veneer camera down here in that corner where I put that one, and I'm going to go ahead and echo that as well. And then she also had some wood veneer stars, and I'm pulling out my wood veneer stars to use on here. All of that wood veneer is from Studio Calico. And I love the stars, and every time I see them on people's pages, I love them, and I know I have some, I just don't ever really pull them out. I don't know why. So this one pushed me to do that, and I'm very happy. I'm going to go ahead and get all of this stuck down, and I'm using my quick dry adhesive to stick it down. I really like the way those look. They add such a nice little subtle accent. And I'm sticking. I end up holding them down, like pushing them down so hard that I have little star indentations on my fingers. All right, so I like the way that looks. I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling, and you know, just talking about how we've been so fortunate to meet so many great people through the Air Force, and that Zach and Diane are friends that we're going to have for a very long time. And I think the only other thing I'm going to add is I'm going to put a black enamel dot into the center of the lens of the camera there, because you can see the 2 layers of pattern paper through it. So I'm just going to stick that down there to kind of distract from that. And that is it. That completes my scraplift layout for the Wednesday challenge for the Victoria Marie scrapbooking, or Facebook group, sorry. Victoria Marie Facebook group is what it's called. All right, so thank you, Kim, for the inspiration. I am very happy with this page. I think it's beautiful. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.